insurance, as many other industries, are really influenced by a lot of trends these days. There is a lot of uncertainty out there, regulation, politics. We see inflation impacting the business. But there are also a couple of technological things that are currently influencing the industry. The most prominent one these days is everything around large language models, but more generally, data and AI are really a big trend in the industry that are shaping a lot of opportunities to serve our customers. But at the same time, obviously, a lot of challenges also, how to deal with them from a technological standpoint, from a responsibility standpoint, and also from a regulatory standpoint. Generally speaking, we are living in a quite uncertain world. Everybody knows about the VUCA world, so that we are exposed to many unforeseen events. And the key challenge, if you ask me, is as a large organization to deal with those ever-changing environment and also to be resilient enough to answer to them quite actively, proactively, and also trying to shape the things that you can actually shape. And to give you an example, I think it has a lot to do with the question of how are we dealing, for instance, with emerging inflation. Do we know how we are actually be able to work with all our suppliers to limit inflation? Or in case of a geopolitical crisis, do we know where we are currently insured? Do we know where our customers are? Can we save and protect our customers to that extent? So, there are a lot of unforeseen events that are putting a high requirement on the resilience of our organization, on being able to react very fast, being very responsive, and act also very responsibly. So there is a huge amount of different applications that we're currently seeing that help our customers, for instance, in prevention, in health insurance, where we can leverage data, but also where we work together with other industry participants, where we're generating platforms so that we have seamless customer journeys for our customers when it comes to health, but also a better treatment, being able to serve them also remotely and over a distance, because we know and see that infrastructure, medical infrastructure, is not everywhere the same. And I think we see the same thing when it comes, for instance, to large corporate clients of insurances, where we are delivering more and more risk assessment for them, where we support them together with partners to understand their supply chains, to manage those supply chains, to manage the risk that they're having, to support and consult them in the way they are managing risk. If you think, for instance, about plants and the way you can, safeguard plants when it comes to fire. So there is a lot of technology that comes into play, talking about IoT, for instance, that helps us to control risk much better and also help our customers. There is a huge amount of different technological trends over the last couple of years already that are reshaping our industry towards being more on the prevention side and not only on the insuring the risk per se. Now, just recently, we have seen obviously emerging everything around generalized AI that helps us to go even broader with tons of applications for our customers, for the way we operate and doing automation, for instance. Also for being even better understanding the needs of our customers and addressing them more specifically, up to topics like going very deep into our own organization, like application development and supporting, using AI to support our application development. So there is an overlay of really tons of new applications that we're seeing emerging now, where we also do believe, or I personally believe, there is a great opportunity if we apply it in a very reasonable and in a very clear way, always having our customer in mind and having the best for our customer in mind. So we have seen quite a lot of InsurTechs emerging over the last couple of years. And honestly, I found it very exciting to see how they rethink sometimes our processes, some parts of our business models. And I think it's a source of not only ideas and inspiration, but also of innovation that as a representative of a large insurance company is very beneficial. Now, if we look at it going forward, I do see that we have an increased number of B2B InsurTechs. We have an increased number of technological providers uh, coming or stemming from originally InsurTechs, and I see that trend continuing. And I also see us as large insurance companies working very closely together with them to really, leverage them with their knowledge, with sometimes also their innovative spirit and fail fast mentality to try what can work, but also what cannot work with customers, and then jointly develop ourselves going forward. Personally, I have to say I see a lot of opportunities, particularly in the technology space, and that's where we are also actively reaching out to InsurTechs or to, let's say, that ecosystem, more broadly speaking, to hook up and connect and to understand where we can work together for our both benefits. So I found that was a very vibrant conference. There were many, many people from different countries, from different backgrounds, and I had a lot of great talks with many different people. And I go away with a lot of new insights and good inspirations for the months to come.